Hello and welcome to Irish Eyes on Wrestling Week 9, Part 1. I'm Carl Sherlock, at Carl Sherlock on Twitter.
I'm Chris Sherlock, at Chris Sherlock93 on Twitter.
It's good to have you back out, Christopherson. It's been a while.
Christopherson,
yeah.
Okay, Carl,
and we're going to talk about the news today, and then we're going to talk about all the returns that we've been having over the past couple of days in wrestling. It's been quite a ride. But we'll start off here. Last word, there's been nothing on the table for Chris Jericho to return to WWE, but both sides are continuing to negotiate. The original plan was for Jericho to return for a WrestleMania 29 storyline. Now, I don't know about you, I'd love Jericho back.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not necessarily at the same time.
I know, but when Jericho comes back, he comes back.
Yeah.
He does the house shows, he does full-time work, you know?
Yeah, but at the same point he has
Fozzy.
He has Fozzy, and he is booked for festivals in August.
True.
So if he comes back, he's only going to be here for a couple of months and gone again. And I was playing in England at Bloodstock in August, so he's not going to be around for very long. So
true,
anyway.
very true.
There's been talk that Sheamus, since he's gone down in the past two pay-per-views, clean defeats the Big Show.
Yeah.
It's possible now that towards Royal Rumble, Sheamus is rumoured to win for the second year in a row. And then it's been noted before that Sheamus is due to fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. So
I don't know. I see Sheamus win the Rumble for the second time in a row. I don't see a downside really in it. He's very over. Now, obviously, there's the argument if someone new wins the Rumble, it'll launch them up. But it doesn't always work launching people up. Look at Del Rio. It didn't work for him at all. You know,
because everyone was sick of hearing about his destiny.
Back then, not really.
WWE champion.
Oh, I know. And then suddenly it was the World Heavyweight Championship because the WWE Championship was all about The Rock. Or no, it wasn't. It was all about Punk and Jericho. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That's 2 years ago. The real one. It was.
Yeah.
Cena and Miz.
Cena and Miz. That was it. And all about The Rock. That's the other right. It was all about The Rock that WrestleMania. Again, it's going to be third year in a row. It's all about The Rock. But Sheamus winning, I don't think it would be too bad. He is very over, and we know he can put in. And let's face it, he won the Rumble last year and didn't really have a WrestleMania match.
Hasn't really had a WrestleMania match.
Yeah. Well, he did against Triple H a couple of years ago. Yeah, it was his first WrestleMania.
Okay.
He wasn't on the card then 3 years ago with Daniel Bryan, and then last year he was barely on the card with Daniel Bryan. There's nothing official on the books regarding Ric Flair yet, but it's believed he's back to do a short TV angle with CM Punk. The angle would not include wrestling the match, obviously, as Vince has been adamant about not violating the term of Ric Flair's retirement in 2008. And there's also been talk of Ric Flair not doing any physical angles because of his age and what happened recently to Jerry Lawler. I do agree with it. Now, I love Flair, and it's grand if he wants to do knockout deal, couple finger four leg locks whenever he has a chance. Grand.
A couple of marches.
Yeah, that's grand. Let him get along and do that, but don't give him matches. I don't want to see him. Right, he's a 70-year-old man. I don't want to see him in the ring wrestling anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Give the other guys a chance. Let him be a manager. Let him be the GM.
Yeah.
Let him go on the commentating table. Just don't put him in the ring, please.
Both Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio were both written off WWE television last night during the live SmackDown special, as both were attacked by the Shield and suffered injuries which have been kept off TV for unknown amount of time. They won't be appearing. Sin Cara is actually battling a real-life knee injury, and Rey Mysterio has been previously taken off WWE TV for undisclosed reasons.
I have to.
We'll see you in a month.
I have to say, I highly doubt Sin Cara will, for the rest of his career in WWE, will be wrestling at the TLC pay-per-view. Because it's the second year in a row now the injury happened at TLC, and you can see it if you rewatch the match. You can see where he damages his knee, and it happened the year before as well when he was part of the Money in the Bank match, and he fell off a ladder and had a nasty fall. And that's 2 years they've now had to postpone this rivalry with Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio, which they want to happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but he's damn entertaining in those matches.
He is, but I don't think he'll be in one anymore. That's 2 years now he's damaged his knee, and they don't want another Rey Mysterio thing in which his knees give out at any time.
Fair enough.
You know, they want to. That's another reason they're turning Del Rio face, is because without Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio there, they have no Hispanic wrestlers there as a big time face, which is why Del Rio's getting the call up for that.
Fair enough.
Monday Night Raw with the Slammy scored a 2.87 rating with 4.22 million viewers. The Slammy Awards in 2011 done a 2.84 rating with 4.11 million viewers. But in 2011 those numbers were considered terribly bad, but this year they're considered really good.
It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
Yeah, and it does tell you that WWE has changed in the year in which what the ratings, but you know, if you want to change that, do just make better storylines, to be honest. And they're going to be really disappointed with next week's Raw, because not only is it a pre-taped Raw, but it's going up against a big Monday Night Football match, which everyone over in America is deeming it's rumoured to be the highest rated sports event, non-pay-per-view sports event in history. They're expecting 13 to 14 million viewers to tune in for this match.
On Christmas Eve, man.
On Christmas Eve. Yeah. So the ratings for next week's Raw, it's making it just worse that it's a pre-tape one, so people already know the results. So they're going to find it very difficult. For next week's, you can expect a very low rating. So it's not going to be good.
The word has been given out to stop promoting the Fandango character on WWE TV. It's no word yet if the character has been dropped or not. But
good old Johnny Curtis, you know. He had a nice little run in NXT, but I don't know. The Fandango character was never going to work.
No.
it just wasn't going to work, and yeah. I'm kind of glad.
It's going to be a quick rivalry with Brodus Clay, and that was it.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that it's not there, that they've shipped that off. Maybe he can actually come back and maybe give him a different gimmick, but one that actually will stay, instead of being one that's there for a couple of weeks, wins a couple of matches and loses at a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And that's basically him gone, because that's what Fandango would have been.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the news. We're just going to talk about now all the comebacks we had on. I wasn't happy with the one at TLC, I have to admit. Brooklyn Brawler coming back at TLC, team up with Miz and Del Rio against 3MB. Brooklyn Brawler, when he was there originally, his job was to be a jobber. He didn't win matches, he never won matches, and to get a win there just because I wasn't happy. To be honest, I wanted it to be Zack Ryder. And the crowd wanted it to be Zack Ryder. And yeah, Brooklyn Brawler got a pop when he came out, but what's he going to do? I mean, I understand what they're doing now, because they brought Tommy Dreamer back on Monday night.
Great. ECW.
So they're obviously going down the same route as they did with Heath Slater for Raw 1000. It's the 20th year anniversary of Raw coming up, so they're going to do the exact same gimmicky thing and let him be fed to all the legends. Yeah. We'll talk about Tommy Dreamer now as well. He came out on the same thing, teamed up with Miz and Del Rio to go against 3MB, and he picks up the win, same as Brooklyn Brawler did. And then later on in the night, he got attacked by the Shield. But the Shield went a bit hard on him. If you watched it, none of the news, I decided to wait until this segment to say. There was a point in the backstage attack on Tommy Dreamer that the Shield threw Dreamer into a wall. What they didn't realise, there was a screw sticking out of that wall. Oh. And it hit Dreamer right in the head. Luckily there wasn't any blood on the television. There was none to show on camera. But the pictures that has been come out recently of Tommy Dreamer, his face has ballooned up. He's swollen almighty, like it's unbelievable. EC. But needless to say, Tommy Dreamer went on Twitter and he was like, "God damn the Shield, I'm pissed!" And he had Had a picture of what happened. Just woke up this morning and looked in the mirror. It wasn't good. But the other, to come back to returns, we seen the Boogeyman for the first Slammy Awards. I was very annoyed. I didn't want
next return.
I didn't like Boogeyman there. It's just a waste of time. I hope he doesn't have another contract. There's no point in being back because this is a character and a gimmick that has been there twice before and has been released twice before because he could not get over with the crowd.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time. Never liked him in the ring. I didn't like the gimmick and I didn't like him in the ring as a performer. That's my opinion. Other people like him in the ring. But the character is just god awful. So they should just drop him completely. My opinion on that.
And the fact that he is like 47-year-old man, give or take.
Yeah.
He was a 40-year-old and tough enough.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
So yeah, Jesus, he must be in his 50s.
Yeah, could happen. New Age Outlaws were back. I have to say, I enjoyed that. I always loved the shtick that Road Dogg comes out, ladies and gentlemen of all ages. It's brilliant. You know, I'll never get tired of hearing Road Dogg say all that. And Billy Gunn, you know, he's Billy Gunn. He was never the greatest talker, but
he was an ass man.
He was the ass man. But he was never the greatest talker. And they came out for one of the Slammy Awards. Can't remember which one. They announced the Slammys before, but you know they were there and it was good. It was all good. Triple H came out to announce Match of the Year, and he was involved in one of the things. Don't worry, we're going to talk about all the Slammys in the third show this week, and we'll give our take on what WWE gave for the Slammys, and then we'll do the real Slammys.
Our own personal Slammys.
Yes, the ones that weren't rigged by the voting system. But
John Cena.
Yeah. But Triple H came out and you know, it was weird. I still can't get around with no hair.
Corporate.
Yeah, he still has the beard, but he has no hair, and just, you know, he pulled off the joke saying that the first Slammy he ever won was for great hair. Back in one of his first years in the business, and just to look at him now. But no, it was good to see him back, and good to hear that Undertaker will be back soon. So that's good to hear. Ric Flair then was the big return.
Woo! Woo! So I've been waiting for that.
Yeah. Ric Flair came back. Good to see him back. Just I don't want to see him in the ring. We talked about it earlier on, but it's good to see good old Nate back. I was happy to see it.
Yeah.
And there's one more person I want to talk about, and that's a debut of Big E Langston, Roy Black.
Roy Black. Feed him chicken.
Jesus, don't be racist now, Chris. I don't want
I'm sorry.
But he came out and just attacked John Cena at the end of the show after the help with after AJ Lee brings him out. I'm liking it. The guy only recently beat Seth Rollins on NXT to win the NXT Championship.
Yeah. After
Shield were brought in, so obviously Big E Langston's now going to have to lose to the next NXT guy. But I don't know. It's good. We haven't seen a bodyguard angle in WWE in quite a while.
No, I'm trying to.
I can't remember.
Back.
Yeah. And if there was one, it wasn't a big stay one that lasted very long. I mean, the last guy we kind of had like this was Batista.
Yeah, I was trying to think of Batista.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he was bodyguard for Devon, but you'd more consider him as a bodyguard. He was the muscle in Evolution.
He was the enforcer in Evolution.
Yeah. So I mean, they have him there now, and I'm happy about it. I haven't seen the storyline. It's nice, refreshing to have this storyline back, because I've always enjoyed the big bodyguard angle. He does have talent. He's very strong.
And big.
Very strong.
And big.
He's very big too. But yeah, happy with saying Roy Black again. That trended on Twitter straight away after all. Well, I have to call him Big E. He's no Big O, but he's the Big E. Again, that was all over Twitter. Big O was very annoyed that he's stealing his name. But he's always going to be called Big E, and no one's going to throw into Langston.
Yeah.
But there we go. That's the first part of Irish Eyes on Wrestling this week. We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be talking about TLC are tossing it, and 2-1 out of Irish Eyes on Wrestling are all of our presenters who got the most correct.
Give you a preview. It was me.
Well, you've just ruined it, Chris. You've ruined it. Alright, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm Carl Sherlock, at Carl Sherlock on Twitter.
I'm Chris Sherlock, at Chris Sherlock 93 on Twitter.
Slot.